welcome back to Skyrim. Well, in the previous episode I did a lot of training and whatnot, and I still have more to do in this one. And last time out I ended off by working on the lockpicking skill, and what I had managed there was, after training several times, I brought it up to 50, and then I got 6 more levels of lockpicking by breaking a whole mess of lockpicks in that master level lock. That got me 2 levels and a couple of more perks to take care of. And so I think I'm going to put those in here into the actual light armor's one-handed skill. And I think where I'm going to put one of them is in here in Bladesman. Attacks with swords have a 10% chance of doing critical damage, so let's take that one. And let's see, do I want another one in dual flurry, or do I want dual savagery? Dual wielding power attacks do 50% bonus damage. Maybe I need to wait and think about that one. In the meanwhile, the next thing I want to work on is Pickpocket. So just to make things a little easier here, I'm going to talk to the ladies.
I've got your back.
And I'm going to ask them to wait here.
I will remain on guard here.
Yes, you do that. And you two, I'll put the weapon away. Hit the wrong button.
Still here.
You wait there as well.
You go on ahead.
Yeah, you and Lydia can get into some girl talk or something. Anyway, I am going to go over this way, and I need to find Vipper the Fleet, who trains the pickpocketing skill. Lydia, I asked you to wait.
I'm right behind you. As you wish, my Thane.
Thank you. Alright, where is Vipper the Fleet? Alright, let's see. Now, this is Nerian. I'm going to end up doing some business with him later on for archery training. And I found out something. These targets that are scattered around the guild and elsewhere in the world, they don't actually help at all with archery training. The only thing that helps with archery is hitting a target that takes damage. So I'll have to just find a good target somewhere. Something that can take a lot of damage and that I can take a lot of shots at. I may end up doing the familiar thing with that. Alright, so now I need... Where is Vipper the Fleet? No, that's Delvin. That's Veckel the man. Yeah. Okay. So I need to find wherever this guy is. Is he back in here? No, he's not. Which means he's hanging out in a cistern here someplace. But I'm going to find him. I'm going to train 5 levels with him. That's Rune. Ah, yes. Okay, that's him. That's... maybe this guy. Thren. No, that's not the person I'm looking for. I don't really want to go anywhere near what's his face over there. Okay, I'm going to find Vipper the Fleet. He's around here somewhere. And get some pickpocket training. And then I'm going to start working on pickpocketing the Thieves Guild members. Alright, I found him. He's right here. I probably walked right past him a couple of times.
Hey, let's talk a second.
Yeah, Let's talk about pickpocket.
Up to no good, are we? I'll teach you, but it'll cost you.
Of course. Alright, let's get 5 levels here. Okay, that takes me up to pickpocket level 29.
Need any more pickpocket training? You just let me know.
I'll be sure to do that. Alright, now, let's see. No, let's just start over here. I suppose go into sneak mode and then quick save, and this will basically, I can get caught by any Thieves Guild member without a penalty. They'll just yell at me, and then I'll have to go on to another person to continue. So, like for example right here, pickpocket, say for example, grab the steel dagger. Alright, I was successful. So now I quick save again and repeat the operation. And this time, let's see, that was a bow I took from him, right? Okay. I guess it must have been a dwarven bow because it's the only other bow I've got. Okay, so we'll just reverse pickpocket and put it back. And I got away with that, so I'll quick save and do that again. And if he catches me, then I'm done with him. I have to go on to somebody else and continue the routine. And over time, I will increase the value of what I'm pickpocketing, both in and out. And in fact, I might actually switch to just pickpocketing gold, because pickpocket skill ups is partially involved with how much the value of something is. So I'm going to get to work on that, and I will check in later. Alright, it's been a good, I think about 3 in-game days, and I don't know how much in real time practicing lockpicking, or excuse me, pickpocketing, and gradually increasing the value of what I've been pickpocketing over time, and getting caught by just about everybody in here at least once, except for Mercer. I haven't gone near him. And as a result, I have gotten a couple of level ups, and pickpocket is now at 75. And actually, the main reason that I wanted pickpocket leveled up is not so much that I intend to do a lot of pickpocketing, although that's a possibility. The main reason, actually, was see, put one perk here in Night Thief, and that unlocks this next tier, and specifically this one, extra pockets. Carrying capacity is increased by 100. Yes, we want this perk. Oh yeah, we want that perk. Alright, now the remaining perk, let's see. I'm just not 100% certain where to put it. Perhaps in archery to get a 10% chance of critical hit that does extra damage. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So, go ahead and pop that in there. And now that, like, I've got one-handed at 81, archery is doing okay, and so on, I think maybe it's a good time, let's see, get the quest journal out, and let's turn that off, and turn on the Break of Dawn, and bring Meridia's beacon back to Mount Kilcreath, and deal with that, because if I recall correctly, that particular quest leads to a sword called Dawnbreaker that is arguably a heck of a lot better than anything I have had yet so far, and I think I want that sword. So I'm going to get Lydia, and then
We heading out? As you command, my Thane.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go back here and pick up Vixen. And as far as Vixen is concerned, you guys tell me. Should I keep Vixen as a follower, or should I tell her to go on home?
Ready to get going?
I mean, she looks great.
Let's get going.
She's a great archer. But what do you guys think of that? You tell me whether I should keep her as a follower. And Lydia, you didn't follow me. What is the deal there, kid?
I am your sword and your... As you will, my Thane. I will protect you with my life.
Darn straight you will, but not if you're standing there. Alright, I'm going to head back to Whiterun, do some inventory clean out, and then head out towards wherever this Mount Kilcreath is, which I ought to have a look at that on the map as soon as I'm able to. Here we are. Okay, let's just have a look at the map. Where is that? Okay, it's way up here. Alright, so after my business in Whiterun, I'll take a cart up to Solitude, and then we'll head off to Meridia's, to Mount Kilcreath and deal with this Meridia's beacon thing. So, we'll see you there. Alright, we've arrived at Solitude, and, well, it's back there. And we're heading off this way to get to that beacon thing. And I'll catch up with you when we get there. Well, we got just a little ways down the road, and here's a dragon. Oh, crap. I guess it's time to get into the potions.
And you've got a pretty face.
See how fast we can take this guy down.
Slay the dragon!
Oh, that reminds me. What shout do I have equipped? Unrelenting Force. I wonder if Marked for Death would be useful. I'm going to try it.
I'm going to enjoy this.
Okay. Dragon is probably going to land right close to where he was, where he did the last time. When he lands again. He, she, it, whatever.
I'll kill you where you stand.
Well, it would be nice if he would stand so that we'd have a chance to do that. Well, he's off that way, but where that way? Oh, heck, he's headed for Solitude? That's not acceptable. He appears to have lost interest in me. I don't know if that'll get his attention or not. Well, that got his attention.
I'm going to enjoy it.
Okay.
Slay the dragon!
Well, I'd like to slay the dragon, Lydia. I need him to hold still for targeting. Okay, one dragon down. Excellent. Let's get the stuff out of him before he slides off the cliff. 177 gold, assorted arrows. All right. All right, here's another dragon taken care of. Excellent. Now, get on our way here.
to Meridia's temple to deal with the beacon. And I'll check back on arrival. Alright, looks like we're pretty much here. So let's head up here and see what Meridia...
Look at my temple lying in ruins. So much for the constancy of mortals, their crafts and their hearts. If they love me not, how can my love reach them? Restore to me my beacon, that I might guide you toward your destiny.
Oh, well, anything you say. Alright, activate that. What? Okay, we're going for a flight. Alright.
It is time for my splendor to return to Skyrim.
Okay.
But the token of my truth lies buried in the ruins of my once great temple, now tainted by a profane darkness skittering within.
Well, that's that skittering darkness for you. It'll get you every time. Well?
The necromancer Malkaran defiles my shrine with vile corruptions, trapping lost souls left in the wake of this war to do his bidding. Worse still, he uses the power stored within my own token to fuel his foul deeds. I have brought you here, mortal, to be my champion. You will enter my temple, retrieve my artifact, and destroy the defiler.
Okay, doesn't really sound like I've got a choice.
But a single candle can banish the darkness of the entire void. If not you, then someone else. My beacon is sure to attract a worthy soul. But if you are wise, you will heed my bidding. Go now. The artifact must be reclaimed, and Malkaran destroyed. Malkaran has forced the doors shut, but this is my temple, and it responds to my decree. I will send down a ray of light, guide this light through my temple, and its doors will open.
All right, fine. Yeah. Okay. Replace the beacon, guide Meridia's light through the temple. Alrighty. Well, let's head down here. I'm guessing the entrance is over here. No, the entrance is down there. Alright. Let's do this.
Oh, look.
Oh, look, a Nordic ruin. Yeah. Oh, look, a cave. I wonder what's inside. Death and dismemberment. All right. Now let's change up something here. Let's put sparks on the left hand. That seems to be pretty good against most undead types. $60 gold, that's pretty good for a corpse. Alright. $125. I'm liking this place already. Alright, there was a door back here. And this. Okay. And yeah, that opens this. Alright, and there's a chest. Arrows, gold, a couple of potions. Cool. And a Nordic sword I don't want. Out of my way. Out of my way. Not a whole lot of action going on in here. Of course, I shouldn't make complaints like that. Because sure shooting if I do, there will be 11 million things come along trying to shoot my head off. Alright, here's the inside part of the beacon. So I guess we activate this. Hooks up to that. And opens a door over there, like the voice said. Opening doors. 100 gold. 100 gold. Yeah. Gold-wise, this apparently is a pretty decent place. Although I'm pretty sure none of this stuff respawns, but, you know, I may wait some time after this and come back here and find out. Although there's probably more convenient.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Oh, you and your bad feelings. Let's get this going.
You won't get the better of me. I'm on your side. I'm going to enjoy this.
Well, if you wouldn't get in the way.
Now you'll pay.
All right. Okay, what do you got? Nothing. And after saying that about the lightning, I didn't bother to use it. Or sparks, whatever. Another door opened up. Soul gem. Assorted plates, kitchenware, linen wraps, and crap. So much for my jumping skills. Okay, the heck with jumping. There doesn't seem to be a way up in there. At least not from the ledge there. See other doors. Alright, let's just move along. We can investigate the place in more detail later on. Well, I guess I have to investigate things in more detail because this door opened, but there's no way through. Alright. I don't see any other passages to here. Well, I can think of one way to get up. Look here. Switch over to Whirlwind Sprint. Use that.
Be careful.
Okay. Well, now that's infuriating. There's stuff over there, which means you should be able to get in there. But I can't jump over that board.
What are you doing?
Oh, Lydia, shut up. Can't seem to jump for squat. What the heck is going on with that? Alright, let's try it with this side. There is stuff back there. But there doesn't seem to be. Alright. I'm going to take a few minutes and see what I can figure out. Well, I figured it out. And it didn't take a few minutes just to coming down here and looking at this. That wasn't there before. Okay. All right. Alright, let's just move along. Anything of value? Doesn't look like it. Okay. And let's check the urn. Yeah. Healing potions are always worth grabbing. Okay. Quick saving before opening the door is a good idea. 5 gold, stamina. Desecrated corpse, 20 gold. Potion Magicka. Arrows, gold, potion. Alright. Another potion. Quick saving again. I don't want that. Okay, we have to get up onto there to activate that beacon. And we have another bad guy up there somewhere. Oh, nuts.